What if the simple act of breathing holds a secret awakening you've never noticed? Welcome to Stillness Unfolded. Let's step into a journey of eternal peace together. Greetings, dear friends, to every soul joining us on this sacred path. I'm so glad you're here, tuning into our channel where stillness unfolds into wisdom, especially for those of you over 70 seeking a life of grace and meaning. Today, we embark on a voyage through 9 sacred steps not just to live, but to awaken after 70, to weave a peaceful eternity from the threads of your days. Rooted in the Buddha's timeless teachings, these aren't mere tips, they're lanterns lighting your way to a soul reborn. From the mindful steps you take each morning to the quiet purpose that stirs your heart, we'll uncover how to dance with life's impermanence and find strength in letting go. But here's a spark to pique your curiosity. One of these steps hides a power so subtle, so familiar, it might already be whispering to you. Can you guess which? This video brims with treasures, so I invite you to stay until the final breath to grasp its full embrace. If this journey resonates, please gift us a like and subscribe to Stillness Unfolded. Your support helps us grow, bringing more moments of stillness to you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice shapes the sanctuary we're building together. Now, take a deep breath, settle in, and let's awaken to the eternity waiting within you. 1. Walking with mindfulness, the steps of awakening. In the tender embrace of the Buddha's teachings, a quiet truth resounds: the path to enlightenment is walked step by step. Let this sink deep into your soul, not as a race to some fleeting finish line, but as a sacred pilgrimage where each footfall whispers your presence. Walking is no mere motion, it's a mirror of your spirit, a dance with the impermanent breath of life. The Buddha taught us anicca, all things pass, yet in each step, we touch eternity. Studies murmur that those who walk briskly may linger longer in this world, but I ask you, is it speed that saves us, or the awakening woven into every stride? Are you hurrying through this fragile existence, chasing shadows, or are you here, feeling the earth rise to meet you? I once knew Thichan, an elder in his late 70s, whose steps graced the temple grounds at dawn. His pace was slow, deliberate, as if time itself paused to listen. I asked, why not hasten when years slip away like sand? His eyes gleamed with a fire that belied his age, and he said, each step is a prayer, a bow to the fleeting now. Rush, and you lose the universe beneath your feet. That moment struck me like thunder. Walking was his rebellion against anicca, a way to hold the present while letting go of haste. His health flourished not from speed, but from this sacred stillness. Dare to walk today, not to arrive, but to awaken. Take 10 steps around your home, breath synced with stride, feeling the ground cradle you. What shifts when you refuse to rush? This isn't about distance, it's about claiming your life, step by step. Share your awakening below. Your prayer might guide another soul home. 2. The strength of letting go, power in your hands. In the vast ocean of Buddhist wisdom, we are taught the art of release. Clinging binds us, letting go sets us free. This truth pulses in the strength of your hands, the quiet power of your grip. A firm handshake is no small gesture, it's a flame of vitality, a sign you're ready to embrace life's fleeting dance. Science nods, whispering that a strong grip often walks beside a longer life. Yet, I would weave a deeper thread. True strength isn't in holding tight, but in the metta, the loving kindness that chooses what to cradle and what to set adrift. The Buddha's call to release attachment isn't weakness, it's the courage to trust the wind. I once met Sister Lin, a nun whose hands, frail as autumn leaves, held a mystery. Each dawn, she knelt in her garden, fingers tracing the soil with a tenderness that sang of peace. When I marveled at her steady grasp, she looked at me, her voice a soft thunder. Strength isn't in the grip, my child, it's in holding love, not fear. I let go of yesterday's thorns to plant today's flowers. That revelation shook me awake. Her power wasn't force, but a heart unbound by clinging, a life enriched by metta. Her hands grew firm not from struggle, but from sowing compassion into every touch. Step into this freedom now. Grasp a soft ball, squeeze it 5 times, then release it to the earth. Feel the weight lift, the space widen. What burden can you set free today? This isn't just exercise, it's a vow to live lightly, to wield strength with a gentle heart. Boang te kong phi la mat didu la tro cho men si a bao troi tu du. Share your release below. Your courage might unshackle another's chains. 3. The web of connection, we are never alone. The Dhammapada sings a timeless melody. If you wish to be rich, cultivate a wealth of good friendships. Loneliness can drift into our lives like a shadow, silent yet heavy, dimming the light of our days. Yet, the Buddha unveiled a deeper truth. We are not solitary islands, but threads in a boundless web of pratityasamutpada interconnectedness, where every breath, every heartbeat ties us to one another. Science echoes this, noting that strong bonds lift our spirits and stretch our years. But beyond the numbers lies a revelation. We are never alone when we see ourselves in others, when we weave love into the tapestry of existence. I recall Brother Tam, a man whose solitude once echoed through his empty home after his children departed. One twilight, a faint chant drew him to the temple. Hesitant, he joined the voices, his own a fragile thread at first. Then came the moment that broke the silence within. He sang, and the chorus sang back, a harmony that shook his soul awake. I thought I was alone, he confided, eyes glistening, but I found myself in their song, a family born of shared breath. In that sacred sound, he glimpsed pratityasamutpada. His joy was theirs, their presence his. His laughter returned, a testament to the web that holds us all. Dare to weave your thread today. Reach out, let your voice join another's. Call a friend, hum a tune with a stranger, or smile at someone passing by. What small act can you offer to this living web? This isn't just connection, it's a vow to see the divine in every face. Share your spark below. Your step might lift a heart you've never met, for in this dance of life, we rise together. For the sacred rest, sleep as renewal. The Buddha illuminated the middle path, a harmony between excess and neglect, a dance of balance that cradles even our rest. Sleep is not a mere collapse into darkness, it's a sacred temple where body and soul mend, where anexa, the impermanence of all things, whispers renewal. Research bows to this truth, revealing that 7 to 8 hours of quality rest fortifies our health. Yet, I would unveil a deeper secret. It's not the hours that heal us, but the peace we offer them, the stillness that turns fleeting night into rebirth. In sleep, we surrender to the flow of life, trusting the dawn to return. Once, my own nights were a battlefield, my mind a storm of restless waves crashing against the shore of sleep. Then came a quiet evening when I sipped lotus tea, its warmth a balm, and breathed a prayer, "May this body rest, for it too is impermanent." That night, sleep descended like a lotus blooming in silence, a revelation that struck me awake at dawn. Rest is not an escape, it's where we are reborn, where the soul stitches itself anew. The fourth key unveils its power here. In the tender embrace of sleep, we touch eternity within the fleeting. Step into the sanctuary tonight, dim your lights, breathe 5 slow breaths, and whisper gratitude to the day that fades. What ritual can you weave to honor your rest? This isn't just slumber, it's a vow to rise whole. Dare to make sleep your temple, a sacred pause that defies anexa with peace. Share your quiet path below, your stillness might cradle another's weary heart, for in rest, we are all renewed together. 5. The balance within, beyond the waistline. The Buddha's wisdom shines through the middle path, a gentle call to nourish without excess, to live without deprivation. Your waistline is no mere measure of flesh, it's a silent hymn to how you tend the temple of your being. Excess whispers of imbalance, yet let us not greet it with shame. Guilt sows no seeds of peace. Instead, see it through the lens of karma. Every choice you make plants a root, every meal a ripple in the stream of life. Science nods, linking a balanced form to a healthier journey, but I say it's the mindfulness behind the balance that truly sustains us. I once knew Bami, an elder whose love for sweets once wove a heavy cloak around her frame. Her days were sweetened by delights, yet her spirit dimmed, her steps faltered. One morning, as dawn painted the sky, she knelt by her stove, herbs in hand, and cooked a simple bowl of rice, a whisper of joy. "Food is medicine," she said, her voice a sudden thunder across my heart, "when it's a gift to the soul, not a chain." That moment woke me. Her waist softened not from denial, but from karma turned kind, from meals offered with love to herself and the earth. Balance isn't punishment, it's a prayer of reverence. Plant your seed of balance today. Choose one vibrant food, a fruit or green, and eat it as an offering, tasting each note of life. What shifts when you feed your temple with care? This isn't about shrinking, it's about blooming. Dare to sow karma that heals, to walk the middle path where every bite lifts you higher. Share your offering below. Your choice might spark a garden of grace in another's life. 6. The quiet mind, peace as foundation. The Buddha taught that our minds shape our universe, a vast canvas where every thought brushes light or shadow. Peace is not the absence of tempests, but the stillness cradled within their howl, a bedrock forged in anatta, the truth of no self. Beyond the I that grasps and struggles, a boundless calm awaits, untouched by life's fleeting waves. Science bows to this jewel. A tranquil mind nurtures resilience, vitality, a longer thread in time's tapestry. Yet, I murmur a deeper song. Peace isn't a prize to chase, it's a flame within, flickering for your breath to fan alive. I once met Master Hoa, a monk whose calm shone like a star-piercing twilight. Life had etched its scars, grief, the rush of years, yet he stood as if anchored in forever. One evening, under a lotus tree's gentle sway, I asked, "Master, how do you hold such serenity amid the storm?" His reply rang like a gong through mist. Peace isn't dodging pain, it's releasing the me that resists it. When the gale roared, I breathed, and it swept through an open sky. That truth cracked my restless shell. His power was anatta, a daily letting go in 5 soft breaths, a gift of quiet that warmed all who drew near. Stress melted when he ceased to battle the present. Dare to kindle this flame now. Sit, take 5 slow breaths, let the I float away like petals on a river. What dissolves when you stop the fight? This isn't mere stillness, it's a rebirth of the soul. Embrace anatta, and let peace rise as your mightiest fortress. Try it here 5 breaths, this very moment, and share below what changed in that silence. Your calm could glow outward, a lighthouse for another's storm-weary spirit. 7. The fluid body, flexibility and balance. As the years weave their tale, the Buddha's whisper of anicca impermanence rings true. All things shift, even the vessel of our flesh. Flexibility and balance, once effortless, soften with time, yet they are not losses to lament, they are quiet strengths to cradle. A body that bends and steadies reflects a spirit at ease, flowing with life's ceaseless current. Science honors this grace. Movement keeps us nimble, rooted, a shield against the frailty of age. But I sing a deeper hymn. Flexibility is not mere motion, it's the dance of anicca, the courage to yield without breaking, to stand firm amid the storm. I once knew Clara, a woman in her 70s whose mornings bloomed with gentle ritual. Beneath the dawn's first glow, she stretched arms reaching like branches to the sky, body swaying soft as a reed. It's not perfection I seek, she said one day, her voice a sudden wind through my stillness, but a way to bend with time's tide, to honor these bones as they fade. That confession pierced me. Her grace was anicca made flesh, a daily embrace of change that kept her steps sure, her falls rare. She didn't fight the years, she flowed with them, a river carving peace through the stone of age. Dare to dance with anicca today. Reach up, stretch wide, bend gently, feel your body sway alive. What opens when you move with the tide? This isn't just strength, it's a hymn to life's fleeting pulse. Embrace the fluid now, and let balance rise as your silent power. Try it this instant. 5 stretches, here and now, and share below what shifted in that flow. Your grace might ripple outward, a steady hand for another's trembling step. 8. Nourishment with love, food as offering. In Buddhism's tender embrace, eating transcends mere sustenance, it's a sacred act, an offering steeped in metta, the boundless love that flows to all beings. Food is not just fuel, it's a prayer when chosen with care, a thread binding us to the earth and each other. Science bows to this wisdom. A balanced diet, greens, grains, oils, sustains the body, lengthening our days. Yet, I hum a richer tune. Nourishment is not about filling a void, it's about kindling metta, turning each bite into a gift of gratitude, a ripple of compassion through the web of life. I recall a meal shared with friends beneath a twilight sky, steamed vegetables dusted with sesame, rice warm as a hearth, laughter weaving the air. It wasn't mere food, it was communion. We eat to live, my friend said, his voice a sudden flame through the dusk, and to love. That truth blazed within me. Each morsel was metta made manifest, a bond not just with those at the table, but with the hands that sowed, the soil that gave. The meal didn't weigh us down, it lifted us, a hymn of care sung through every taste, a moment where love fed more than the body. Dare to offer metta today. Choose one living food, an apple or sprig of greens, and eat it as a prayer, tasting its pulse of life. What stirs when you nourish with love? This isn't just eating, it's a sacred vow to thrive. Embrace this act, and let compassion bloom as your strength. Try it now, savor one bite, right here and share below. How did that love taste? Your offering might seed kindness in another's weary soul, for in feeding ourselves, we feed the world. 9. The heart's compass, purpose beyond time. Purpose pulses as life's quiet heartbeat, a whisper from the Buddha's path, a spark that stirs us to rise each dawn. It need not tower grandly, it blooms in truth alone. Through Bodhisattva, the awakened heart, we find not just meaning, but a vow to light the world. Science nods, purpose steadies us, lengthening our years with intent. Yet, I chant a deeper call. It's not mere survival, it's Bodhisattva aflame, a compass guiding us beyond time's fleeting veil, turning days into gifts of boundless grace. I once knew Samuel, an elder in his 80s, whose purpose took root in a humble garden. His hands, weathered as ancient bark, danced with the soil, coaxing life from seeds. "Plants teach me patience," he said one dusk, his voice a sudden bell through my silence, "and in their growth, I sow light for others." That moment rang clear, his garden was Bodhisattva in bloom, not just a task, but a prayer for all who'd walk by, a legacy of care etched in every leaf. At an age when many fade, he shone, his purpose a flame that warmed the earth and his soul alike. Dare to awaken your Bodhisattva today, find what stirs your heart, a quiet task or a loved one's joy, and let it guide you. What lights your spirit when you rise? This isn't just purpose, it's a sacred fire to share. Embrace it now, and let your compass blaze a trail of grace. Try it this instant, name one spark, right here and share below, what flame keeps you alive. Your light might kindle another's fading ember, for in purpose, we don't just live, we lift the world together. What if the quiet of this moment holds a secret freedom you've never noticed? Welcome back to Stillness Unfolded. Let's carry this awakening forward. Dear friends, we've walked through 9 sacred steps, from the prayer of each mindful stride to the compass of a heart lit by purpose. These aren't just lessons, they're keys to a peaceful eternity, a life after 70 where every breath sings with grace. Did you feel that hidden spark, the subtle power woven into rest or connection? It's been there all along, waiting for you to see. This journey holds a wealth of insight, so if you've stayed to the end, you've caught its full light. Thank you for that gift. Each step, from bending with time's tide to sowing love through nourishment, is yours to cradle and share. But the path doesn't end here, it begins anew with you. What stirred your soul most? Was it the stillness of a quiet mind or the flame of Bodhisattva guiding your days? We're curious, tell us below. If this touched you, please leave a like and hit that subscribe button for Stillness Unfolded. Your support fuels our mission to unfold more stillness, more wisdom, for hearts like yours. Share your reflections in the comments. Your words help us craft videos that lift and inspire. This isn't a fleeting stop, it's a living tapestry of peace, and you're part of it. So, take these sacred steps into your days, watch them bloom, and join us next time as we dive deeper into the stillness that awaits. Until then, may your eternity shimmer with awakening.